Love it. Wow. Oh yeah, baby.
Drew match at SummerSlam.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment, honestly.
If CM Punk's clear by then, not I'm feeling they're gonna do it if saw they announced Bad Blood's coming back.
Well, Bad Blood's not till like October.
Yeah.
That's 2 months
I feel
from
like-
now. They could possibly like lead up to it. I could see it happening. Haku Leo is just supposedly signed with the WWE. He's another family member in the dream. Right here, actually. I'm gonna just save it right here. I'm crashing pretty hard now.
I'm certainly glad Sirona was there.
Never mind.
And that she isn't intimidated by thugs
The
like
game was like,
Brooklyn
I'll
and
tell
Hart.
you when you're
I want to
fucking done.
understand what's going on, and I hope you will tell me. But for the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley will certainly hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. I don't want her to worry.
Hello, Gato. Some time with Gato-chan. Mao.
Than everyone.
Would you say you seen Old, right?
Yeah.
Would you think Old was better than this?
Yeah, I think I liked Old a little
Damn.
better than this one.
I haven't seen Old, and I've
I
heard
can
it's
name
rough.
a few. I can name at least 3 other Shamalama
Yeah.
Ding Dong fucking movies. On top of my head, I think
Yeah.
are much better than this.
Mm.
And I could say The Visit, you know, even Signs, even though it's not all there. Hell,
The
even
Village.
the Sixth Sense, The Village, up to a certain point, if you
Yeah.
exclude that ending, whether you
Yeah.
love it or not.
The
I mean,
fucking Village. I actually like the Village.
No, I just no. I felt like the same way that he was introducing himself for his daughter. I think his
Mhm.
daughter also made the same mistakes as his dad.
A few times when it came out, because I'm like, it's John Cena, you know. I'm a John Cena fan. I went to watch it,
Hell yeah.
and the only reason I saw it too is because they had the T1000 in it too.
Yeah, I remember
shit.
the trailer because like he's a Marine. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them actually.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Josh, what would you give his performance?
It was his first time acting anything, so out
That's
of
not
10,
true. He was in the WCW movie in the
Oh
background.
yeah, well,
Right.
I didn't-
Than what it is actually turned out to be. One and done, and you don't feel a need to call it or keep its number. Pros. Solid acting. Was nice seeing Dakota Fanning, but this role felt woefully simplistic for someone of her acting capabilities. Was a semi-original take on an Irish folklore legend, and I appreciated it.
Drew match at SummerSlam.
That's fair. That's a fair
Or-
assessment, honestly.
If CM Punk's clear by then, not I'm feeling they're gonna do it if saw they announced Bad Blood's coming back.
Well, Bad Blood's not till like October.
Yeah.
That's 2 months
I
from
feel like-
now. They could possibly like lead up to it. I could see it happening. Haku Leo is just supposedly signed with the WWE. He's another family member in. All right, that's me, Mexican dude. Voice 1.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
Voice 2.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
That was quite something.
How about this?
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
What the fuck?
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
That's when
Yeah.
Alexa faked her arm being dislocated, right?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
she just smacked her with the. I was like, oh, yeah.
No, brilliant. I would yeah, definitely a great entry there. Anything you want to add, Warren?
Not too much. I didn't get to see like this match during this time, but I love Alexa Bliss. I can't wait for her to finally return, whatever that may be, for the IC belt as well, instead of losing it in front of everyone. I guess, was it his hometown? Just because it's Canada doesn't necessarily mean it's his hometown, but
Yeah.
you know, close
Home
enough.
country.
Close enough. Home country.
Yeah.
He's always gonna fight hard.
Yeah,
But-
and again, it does seem he has a better IC champion. Like, he beat.
Hello. Nothing much, just chilling. Yeah, I'm my list of wrestlers. Yeah, I have like a few from AEW and 3 from TNA.
Hey.
Oh, hello, sir.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, I have Thunder Rosa, but I have Ricky Stark, Daniel Garcia, Matt Cardona, Hook, and Miro. Yeah, yeah.
Actually, Hook was one of mine, but I don't think I thought of Joseph. I was like, oh, it could have been good. MJF, Jungle Boy, Darby Allin, and Orange Cassidy. I think they haven't been in WWE before. Yeah.
Not necessarily in the WWE.
Yeah, like, I know technically there's that one clip of MJF like with Goldberg as one of his
Yeah.
security guards, but like I don't think that counts.
All right,
That
cool.
was Samoa Joe.
That was Samoa Joe.
pushed
Oh,
him.
Samoa Joe,
Yeah,
Samoa Joe,
Samoa Joe
right?
pushed him. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's go ahead and get this started then. Sounds like we're ready to go. Welcome to another edition of the Lucha Critics. On the docket today, we're going to be talking about wrestlers we'd like to see in the WWE. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and introduce the panel. Today we got Warren. Say what's up, Warren.
What's up, Warren?
Hell yeah. And we got Josh. Say what's up, Josh.
Hello, everybody.
Hell yeah. And before we get into the theme of the podcast here, of the episode, I should say, let's go ahead and look back at the week and see what fell into place. I believe it was, we'll start things off with Raw here. Who got to see Raw?
I saw it.
Hell yeah. Perfect.
Am I the only one who saw it?
I believe
Yeah.
that might be the case. I saw what do you call it? The highlights on YouTube, some of the highlights. But yeah, we'll go ahead and go match by match. First match I see here is Sheamus versus Pete Dunne. Looks
well,
like
there was the opening segment first
ooh,
with CM Punk.
Ooh, yes, Punk. What did Punk have to say?
Promising to maybe murder Drew McIntyre in a Hell in the Cell.
Hell yeah, dude! Fucking murder. It's acceptable as long as it's wrestling.
Yeah, especially in the Hell in the Cell. Yeah,
that's it's gonna be interesting. We'll see how Hell in a Cell plays out. I kind of was looking forward to like seeing like the 3 stages of hell. I think Josh, you were the one who said that they should bring it back. I'm like, yeah, bring that shit back. That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, I guess that's more of a. I guess it doesn't really matter today's, but like WCW match, right?
No, it was a WWE match. They did.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. So they did like it was Triple H and I think Shawn Michaels, right?
Yeah.
And their feud got so hot that they had to do 3 stages of hell. The last match was a Hell in a Cell essentially, and I forgot what the other 2 were, but I believe one of them was like a street fight or whatever.
Okay. I guess I'm thinking of the match where it's like 3 cages on top of each other.
Oh yeah,
you mean a Rated Rumble?
Yeah,
yeah, like that.
No, they actually did do it in ECW. I never got to see the actual match, but I definitely have heard of that. That's pretty funny. So yeah, fucking CM Punk promising to kill to end the life of Drew McIntyre. That should be interesting. Tell me about the matchup between Sheamus and Pete Dunne. How was that matchup?
I mean, it was fine. I'm not 100% invested in this rivalry. I'm like, I feel like it's too late to do this one. I feel like the reason they're doing is because Butch's partner, I mean, don't call him Butch, sorry. Pete Dunne's partner was injured, so they have to do something else. They're like, why don't you just be with Sheamus? We'll finally put this to bed.
You know what? I'm glad that they brought back the Shillelagh. At least they're bringing. Yeah. At least they have that prop back. I like that fucking who was the fucking? I keep forgetting the actual wrestler's name. Fit Finlay.
Which one?
The person who brought the Shillelagh the first time into the WWE. Yeah, Fit Finlay. Fucking legend. Second match on the card here is Zoe Stark with Pure Fusion Collective and Natalia with Zelina Vega and Lyra Valkyria. Natalia picked up that win. Any notable thing that happened during that match?
Not really.
Hell yeah.
It's
next.
Sorry, I'm like, I'm like this part. I'm like,
I get it. I'd be the same if I saw the match. It's like this doesn't feel like anything. Yeah, I will see where Pure Fusion Collective goes. I'm starting to like say it more often, and it's starting to stick. But yeah. Next segment is Jey Uso versus and Braun Breaker segment. We got any segment? Dogs in Portland? It was a good segment. I'm just reading a little bit of what happened. Interesting. So
Jay brought up Braun's football career.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
Short and sweet, just like your NFL career, he says. God damn. Punching. Braun proceeds to punch Jay. Braun goes for the crisscross spear, and but Jay counters with the spear at this close to close the segment. I saw that actually, that highlight, and I really like the difference, and I'm glad that they added that difference to Braun Breaker's spear, because everyone has a spear. Yeah. Fucking Edge has a spear. Fucking Roman has a spear. Fucking everyone has a spear. So I'm glad that they added that difference, and it makes it unique. Honestly, I really like that. That's his thing. Jay countered with the fucking sharp spear, though. That was pretty cool to counter with the spear. The third match is Judgment Day, tag team champions versus the New Day, and I actually saw the ending to this, and I kind of like, this was gonna happen eventually. Right, the breaking up of the New Day was going to happen, but it just sucks to see it, and they're doing it right. It feels like Xavier Woods is going to be like the dark the emo dude right now. He keeps losing because. Go ahead.
Xavier's been wearing black like recently for the past 2 weeks, like clearly singling the turn. I think this was probably the best match / segment of the Raw this week.
Yeah. No, that I like the ending. He fucking Kofi cost them the win essentially. And Xavier's like, I'm done. He's done. So we'll see when the turn actually happens. But I'm excited to see the matchups that are gonna happen.
It was, definitely with the whole backstage segment where Xavier, like, you feel for Xavier. You feel for his turn. Like, you don't.
Yeah.
It's not one of those turns where you're like, oh, he's just being a heel to be a heel. Like, no, he has a point, and especially when Kofi brought up Big E, it was like you could really feel the pain in Xavier's.
Definitely.
Face.
Really excited to see where this goes, and we'll just go ahead and say that the World Tag Team Champions Judgment Day. Bronson Reed
finally
promo.
defended it.
Finally defended it. Yeah. We got Bronson Reed promo. Calling fucking Braun Strowman a victim. That's interesting. That he's the true monster of the WWE now. He's big Bronson Reed now.
They're teasing another Miz heel turn, especially with Karrion Kross talking to him last week when Miz went up to Bronson.
Interesting.
Yeah. He's like, what do you mean? Like, I couldn't do it. He's like, oh, no, it's okay. I meant, like, only a monster could fight a monster. You can tell Miz did not like that.
I like it. Yeah, you just gotta attack Miz in the pride, and he usually starts to go down that path. Let's see here. We had a fourth match between Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman yet again. I did see that the who did it Strowman proceed to spear Reed through a wall. I did see that at the highlight.
Oh, that was just like the last of it. It starts off with the ring exploding, basically.
Fuck.
And, like the curtain box. Also, the best part was when Strowman just grabbed, clearly not a random fan out of the audience, but a random fan out of the audience.
Oh, that's right. I did see this.
Braun Strowman.
He fucking launched him at him.
Yeah. Bronson Reed threw it at Braun Strowman. Goddamn.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. Everyone has a B name right now. Bra name.
And they went back. Strowman did his classic, I'm gonna flip this cart. I get it. If you can do it, why not show it off all the time?
I'm a strong man this thing. Match was a no contest. We see Adam Pearce talking to Ludwig Kaiser in his office. How did that turn out there? Is he trying to get a title match?
No, he's trying to make sure Sammy doesn't get a title match.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah. Oh, I'm thinking of the other guy. Sorry. I get Ludwig and Elijah confused a lot. I don't know why. Moving on. Okay. How did that segment end? I see that there's a lot happening there.
As they were talking, Sammy was going to the ring. And then Ludwig went to the ring. Then Gunther showed up. They're like, we're not giving you a title. I think Sammy tried to do mind games to make Ludwig turn on Gunther, but Ludwig wasn't having it. They beat him up, but Sammy like stood up at the end. He's like, you can't keep me down type of thing. So I'm sure we'll get this fight. I just wish they just pulled the trigger. I just feel like they're like, oh, we're not going to give Sammy the title. Like, we know it's going to be Gunther and Sammy have bad blood.
Yeah, I mean, it should be a good match, but we all know that most likely Gunther's going to win it or keep the title for sure. Fifth match is Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Io Sky with Kairi Sane. So it's a Belair versus Sky.
I'm like, no, Jade wasn't part of this match.
Sky apparently won a clean victory over Belair.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was supposed to be Kira Zane, but like there was like a segment and like I was like, she's injured. Why do you fight her? She's like, I didn't choose this fight. Why don't you fight me instead? And then she's like, I will. And then we got this match. I'm like, all right.
Nice. No, I mean, fuck. I need to need to go and check this one out because this one does sound pretty fucking cool. Yeah. Io Sky picked up the win. Let's see. Next up, I see six match. Damian Priest with Rhea Ripley versus Dominic Mysterio in the Judgment Day. This looks like the main event of the evening. What can you tell me about this one?
I don't remember too much about it, honestly. I mean, it
Cool.
was Damien versus Dominic. I think they were going through the motions. Judgment Day starts interfering. Rhea gets in. I know at the end, I know Priest does get the win, and as soon as it ends, Judgment Day tomfoolery happens. Jey Uso comes to try to help, but Braun's there to spear him.
Spears the fuck out of him.
Yeah, allowing the Judgment Day to beat up the Terror Twins. There was also another segment with the Judgment Day where they saw Dragunov, and they're like, "You shouldn't be friends with them. If you keep doing that, we're gonna beat you up." And Dragunov's like, "Try it." So I'm sure that's gonna be a nice little rivalry we you get with them as well.
I like it. And adding some more people.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I see that fucking what was his name again? Come on, brain. Finn Balor did 3 fucking coup de grace to Damian Priest's midsection.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. Horrible. And that is basically Raw. Josh, did you get to see NXT?
I saw some highlights of it.
Duh.
But there's like probably like 4 things I just want to talk about it. One of them is Randy Orton's gonna have a match on in October
Nice.
against let me see what his name is. He's one of the new upcoming wrestlers from NXT.
Was this the NXT with CM Punk in it, or is that next week?
I think that might be next week. Right?
Well, he was there this week. He was there this week
Oh.
too. But yeah,
Because it was the Chicago one, right?
the Chicago one's on the 1st. Yeah, but he was there this week.
Oh, it's on the 1st.
Also, yeah.
Okay.
So it's what's his name? Let me see. That's not right here. It is, where is it at? Oh, it's Javon Evans. He's facing Randy Orton in October because Randy Orton called him out.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then we had like 2 segments with CM Punk. One of them, he was talking to Roxanne, and Roxanne was telling him, "I should have been a Drew McIntyre's girl."
Damn.
And then Gulia came out to talk to her, and he got a guy between them, and she was like, "Get ready to lose your belt on October 1st." And they also did a signing with Ethan Page and Trick Williams.
Cool,
And
cool.
guest referee is gonna be CM Punk.
Nice. That should be interesting. Let's see here. I see Lyra Valkyria came back to help Tatum Paxley and versus Wendy Chu and Rosemary. The TNA partnership is still going, and I'm really happy to see Rosemary in NXT. For those who don't know, Rosemary is in TNA, has been a staple of the Knockouts division for a long time. I've always wondered she'd ever like jump over to the WWE. Maybe they just never really seen her do what she does, but like now she's getting this like her chance in NXT, and like yeah, it's really awesome to see like more NXT people or TNA people showing up on NXT for sure. I see that Lyra Valkyria and Tatum Paxley picked up that win. Did you get to see that matchup?
No, I saw like the highlights of it. The only match I saw was just the Hammerstone versus D'Angelo match.
Fuck yeah. Second match.
Yeah, because apparently they had a contract together, but Hammerstone lost. So I guess D'Angelo, I'm guessing, right? He wanted his money back because he failed. So I guess had a fallout and they had a fight, which was a pretty good match.
Okay, cool. Something I had to definitely check out on the website, on the YouTube. Alexander Hammerstone picked up that win. Another TNA guy. That's awesome to see TNA guys winning and not just taking L's in NXT. We see a Zachary Wentz promo. He's going to be facing, let's see, what's his name?
I think it's Wesley.
Wesley, thank you.
I think it's gonna be a street fight match.
Yeah, it's going to be a Chicago street fight. Not sure what the difference is, but
It's just Chicago.
this is in Chicago.
Like the AEW one, Chicago Street Fight. What is it? It's
Right.
just in Chicago.
Third match was Eddie Trofe and Ashanti the Adonis. Hey, that's where he is. I thought they cut him, but this was the last surviving member of Hit Row. Or no, actually, BFAB is over there with Street
I was
Profits.
like, BFAB. No, she didn't show up on SmackDown.
Oh shit. Uh-oh. Hopefully that's not a bad thing.
No.
The segment between Perez and Gulia and CM Punk, like Josh said, most likely I think she's gonna definitely capture that title at the Chicago. Gulia. Yeah. Let's see here. Next up would be Javon Evans and Cedric Alexander versus Miles Bourne and Tavon Heights with no quarter catch crew. And Devon and Cedric Alexander pick up that win. I was wondering what happened to Cedric Alexander, and fucking NXT. I guess that's the best place to put him. It's wild that he decided to like re-sign with WWE. Like, I guess whatever.
he can help out the new generation coming up from NXT. So
that's true. That's true. I just felt like they didn't really necessarily push him or really use him that well. And then when they did have like a stable with him that he was a part of, they kind of just cut it just to like fucking make not the Judgment Day, but the Bloodline look more menacing. Or at least it kind of feels like that. I don't know. Sixth match, Lola Vice and versus JC Jane with Fatal Influence. Lola Vice, man, another up and coming female wrestler in NXT that I'm really excited to see in the main shows once she moves up. But she picked up that win. And then we see that CM Punk and Trick Williams, Ethan Page, and Tyrese Halliburton.
he plays for the Indiana Pacers.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, so he was there like to be like to do the signing, and he brought some of his players. He was talking crap about Orlando because they eliminated Orlando from the NBA playoffs. So
damn, he had to talk shit. Nice. All right, that's basically what happened in NXT. Moving on to WWE SmackDown. Dope. Oh man, I fucking hate that I can't see fucking SmackDown right now. But I see the main event was LA Knight versus Andrade for the US title.
That was the first match.
That was the first match. Never mind.
That was the first match.
That would have been a good main event. I don't know. Who got to see SmackDown?
I saw it.
Nice.
All I saw was that one piece of cinematic beauty.
Oh well, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get
Nice,
there.
nice. I've heard.
So confused what was happening when I was watching it.
All right, going into the first match, and it was still LA Knight capturing the win against Andrade. Was most likely an awesome match, right?
It was. Honestly, I'm surprised it ended clean. I was expecting Carmelo to show up, and that's how we'd get more tomfoolery with these two guys. But no, it was a hit it and quit it match with
Nice.
LA Knight and Andrade.
All right, sweet, short and sweet.
It was good, yeah.
But it did happen backstage, the foolery.
They did. They and we're gonna get the sixth match next week between Andrade and Carmella.
Hell yeah!
I don't think there's stakes. I don't know, but it's just like I hate you. Like, all right, I guess that's good enough in a wrestling match.
That'll be best out of 7 matches. So
yeah,
it's time that so I see Andrade. He runs into Carmelo Hayes in the backstage. Melo says, "I haven't seen a choke job since the Sacramento Kings did against the Los Angeles Lakers." Damn, bro, just getting heat.
Don't mention sports.
El Idolo pies Melo's face, leads into a massive brawl. Interesting. We're gonna definitely damn, I need to figure out if I want to subscribe to that thing. But anyways, I see the next thing is a Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns segment. Is this the cinematic segment that we were talking about?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me how Is it cringy or what?
I feel like it goes on too long. It was a very long segment of them just in the middle of a football field empty. It's like at Georgia Tech. Roman's like, this is where I played, so this is my stadium, so this makes it my city, you know, trying to dig it in at Cody. They're clearly don't like each other, but they're like, oh, I'll have your back and you'll have my back. And Roman's like, after that, I'm gonna basically go after your title. Cody's like, it's not your title, it's my title, blah blah blah. But it was the way it was shot was just so cinematic, and it went on for I want to say 10 minutes.
God damn.
This whole segment. Yeah, I was like, oh, we're still here. It ended with KO watching it and just be like,
Yeah.
I like this.
And
This is weird.
And they had their logos kind of intertwined together, which is kind of weird.
What do you mean their logos?
Like I saw a picture that what they had them like that, and they had their logos intertwined together, like Cody's and Roman's. It was on Instagram. Yeah, on Instagram they put it like that.
That's
and
funny.
I found out that Paul Heyman's the one that directed that.
Oh wow, that's smart.
I know. They did bring up Jimmy a little bit, so like he at least his name was said, because like they took away Jimmy, they took away the wise man. I'm like, I guess they didn't take away Jay because you sort of did that yourself, Roman.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get a Jimmy return at Bad Blood. Is hopefully what I'm / with the wise man.
I'm hoping for that too. Rikishi recently put out something pretty cryptic. I'm not sure if you guys picked it up.
Yeah, I saw it.
He was
for his son.
Yeah, he was asking.
That was a while ago, though.
Hopefully,
no,
man.
He just put one out. I think like 3 days ago to say pray for Jimmy.
Yeah, he did it before. Like I want to say a couple of months ago. I was like, oh, is Jimmy actually like legit sick? But like I heard nothing about it, so I'm like, all right, I guess he's fine.
Yeah, whatever it is, I hope he's good. We get to see him soon. Definitely would be missing out. A big piece missing for this bloodline, blood war that we have here. Yeah. Moving on to the second match of Giovanni Vinci versus Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews picked up that win. What can you tell me about that one? Anything notable?
I mean, it went longer than the last one. Yeah. Giovanni got some moves in, but yeah, eventually Apollo got the win again, and then Giovanni got angry and started beating up Apollo post match. So I guess this isn't over yet.
Okay.
Again, it's fine. It's nice seeing Apollo getting wins, so I'm all for that. And I know they got to build up Giovanni again, so it's like it's in the early stages. We'll see how it goes.
Sweet. All right. Moving on to the next segment, which is Bailey talking to Naomi. Bailey wants to express the no. Am I missing something?
KO shows up next in the ring.
Oh, okay. What happened with KO?
Because he's like I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, he's like, I'm finally going to talk about how I feel, and right before he's like honestly, to talk about Cody and Roman teaming up. As soon as he does, the Bloodline shows up, and which one?
Tama Tonga.
Yeah. He started talking with his little like, type of laugh, which I'm all for. It was nice hearing him speak. It was like weird, like, oh, I guess he is the speaker out of these three.
He can fucking go. He has good mic skills, and I'm excited.
I know. You wouldn't know it from his run in WWE right now. He like goes like, all right.
Yeah.
Like a little hyena.
God, man.
Yeah, and they start beating up. DIY comes up, and then Nick Aldis like, I'm sick of this. You guys are gonna do a 6-man tag team match for the main event. Which is weird because I'm like, why don't they go now? They're all in their ring attire. But I guess we wait till our main event.
You know what? This is good. You guys piss me off so much. You guys get the main event. 6-man tag. Interesting.
Yeah, and then we also get a segment with Nia and Tiffany where Nia's like, well, if you get pinned, you're going to Raw to Tiffy. And she's like, toodles, and then walked away from Tiffany, and then we got to Bailey and Naomi in the back.
Oh shit! So we're starting to see some dissension between them. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Nice. Let's go ahead and move on to next match
The tag team.
is third match, Bailey and Naomi versus Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton in a Tornado Texas tag match.
I did not know this was a tornado tag match like halfway through the match.
What do you mean?
I was like wondering. I didn't realize they were both like sort of in just fighting. I guess I wasn't really paying attention at this point. I was like doing something else as well, and I was
Oh,
like,
gotcha.
why is the ref not calling them that? Like not paying attention to who's legal, who's not, and like especially when there was a segment where Nia was pinning Naomi and Bailey was pinning Tiffany at the same time, and they both kicked out too. I'm like, why is the ref not doing anything about this? I'm like, oh, it's a tornado tag.
Hell yeah. I'm glad that they're using tornado tags more, or at
I
least
love
again.
tornado tags.
Me
Yep.
too. I like playing those on the game.
Yeah.
Particularly, I like doing the elimination one. But I see Bailey and Naomi picked up the win, and it looked like
They both
Naomi
got the pin, basically.
Oh, so
They were
is
both
it a
covering
triple threat?
Nia. No, they're gonna apparently fight one-on-one next week, but I feel like it's probably gonna be a triple threat at
Yeah.
Bad
Bad Blood.
Blood. Maybe technically a four-way if Tiffy tries to get involved.
Oh man, she's gonna bank it. I
I
have a
think
feeling.
something's gonna happen. Yeah. Unless they again want to keep that, because for a second I thought maybe Tiffy was gonna get pinned and she was gonna go to Raw with her suitcase, and then eventually come back again later and cash in on Nia though, which I thought would be
Damn.
cool. Like, yo, you thought you got rid of me by bringing me to Raw, but I can choose whatever I want or whatever title I want technically. But no, it's nice that they both got the win or the pin. And it was also on Nia, so no one can technically be fired or moved over to Raw. Though it'd be weird if Nia was moved to Raw. Like, well, there's no more championship
There's
at
two
SmackDown
champions
anymore.
now.
Yeah.
There can only be one. The fourth match is Kevin Owens and the Street Profits versus the Bloodline in the 6-man tag. And
Yes. It was supposed to be DIY, but they started beating them up before they could come out. Then KO was gonna fought them on the entrance. Then I knew Street Profits were gonna come out because they're also feuding with the Bloodline, so it made sense. This had a weird ending, a little bit. I feel like the match was good. People were doing their spots and everything, but the ref just disqualified or just called it a no contest, even though I forget which of the Tonga brothers was it? The one that everyone makes fun of.
Tongaloa.
Tongaloa, yeah. He pulled Kevin off him the second time when the ref was doing it. He's like, the ref's like, no more. This is no contest. I'm like, he didn't really do anything illegal. I've seen people do this so many times, nothing, but this ref was like, I'm just done. I'm done with this. The match is no contest. And then chaos happened. DIY came back out.
Oh damn.
Because Bloodline was still dominating, and then once DIY come out, Kevin Owens up, and then Cody came out eventually to help with the chair. He beat up the Tonga brothers. Yeah. Fatu did kick the chair out of Cody's hand, which is pretty cool, but then Cody just did a cross cutter off the ropes. Cody cutter off the ropes, and then we see Kevin with the chair. Is he gonna betray Cody? He's sort of thinking about it, but that ends on a hug between Cody and Kevin. But we know someone's turning heel. Everyone thinks it's Kevin. I think it's gonna be Cody.
Yeah.
Then we get a nice
to be Kevin.
Yeah, because there's the meme online where you see KO and Randy just looking confused in the rings, you spent all year helping Cody fight the Bloodline, and then he just teams up with Roman anyway.
Yeah. That makes sense. That would make a lot of sense if KO finally turns and we get evil Kevin Owens again. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, that is the wrap up for WWE. Let's move on to AEW Dynamite. I actually got to see this one. We saw Orange Cassidy take on Chris Jericho, Ricochet versus Beast Mortus, Queen Aminata and Yuka Sakazaki versus Mariah May and Serena Deeb, and the Elite versus the Don Callis family. First matchup was the I guess would this be considered the fourth or third match between Chris Jericho and Orange Cassidy? I'm not quite sure. But did you guys get to see AEW Dynamite?
Nope.
I saw some highlights.
Nice,
but
nice,
that's
nice.
it.
I can tell you that Orange Cassidy picked up the win. Let me just read the last bit. Orange Punch by Cassidy is countered in midair by a code breaker, long 2 count. Cassidy counters a Judas effect and plants Jericho with a beach break, 2 count. Brian Keith gets on the apron and Mark Briscoe stops that, but the distraction allows Jericho to pull out with a roll of quarters. Cassidy sees it and takes the quarters and hits Jericho with an orange punch. 1, 2, 3, we get Orange Cassidy with the win there. Plaque and Cadio haven't heard from Yuta, and they're gonna have to defend their trios titles in their upcoming Grand Slam Dynamite that's coming up next week. And they're basically saying show up to work, stop being a baby about it. Whatever happened to Brian happened, and now it's time to go to work and defend your title with us. So later on in the show, we get to see another segment, and they catch up with Yuta, and he basically says, "I'm always down for a fight, and it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do what I need to do, and I can still not fuck with you guys." Basically, so yeah, he's gonna be joining in, and he will be showing up for the fight. Next up is Hook versus JD Inc. I didn't get to see this.
I heard it was a squash match.
Nice. Northern Light suplex by Hook. Make that 2 head and arm hookplex. Cross faces now by Hook before locking in the red rum, and it's over. Interesting. Yeah. All done and done. Renee's here with the patriarchy. Christian and he's going to hold the championship with his son, Nick Wayne, and he wants to address the future champion going forward. He wants to be addressed as the future champion going forward, and he makes Renee basically call him the reigning, defending future champion of AEW. I have a feeling that's what's gonna happen. The last match, we're gonna see the last match, and Danielson's gonna win, but then you're gonna see Christian cash in and take out Daniel Bryan, and that would be honestly the best way to do it, and just make Christian the most hated individual for that month, for the way he takes out Daniel Bryan. But yeah,
I mean, I was thinking about it, but wouldn't we want to see an actual match between Daniel Bryan and Christian? But I feel like if we do it this way, Daniel Bryan's last match, you're always gonna be and then he got beat by Christian later and then retired and never happened, never got revenge on it. And I'm in the moment that sounds great, but in the long run, it's gonna sound
shitty,
not that great.
No, yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
But I think that's the point. To take that away from the fans would just make him that much more of a heel. That's just me.
Yeah, and you could also bring honestly Daniel Bryan back maybe 2 months later for one more match.
Yeah,
Christian, and then really have that be the last match. But you have the idea oh my god, this is the last match for Daniel Bryanson. Be a reality for a couple of months.
Yeah,
I can see, but yeah, as long as it's not technically the last match. That's how it ends.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
You're nah, fuck that. That would be horrible. I want him to have a good match. No, that match that he had with Strickland, I honestly thought that was it. That would have been awesome to see him go out like that on the win, just like Sting did. But yeah, we'll see where the future holds for him. Serena Deeb and Mariah May versus Queen Aminata and Yuka Sakazaki. Yuka Sakazaki has been in, I want to say, Yoshi, over there with New Japan, essentially. and that's where she's been. And she has officially moved to the United States and is got injured, and now she's back, and now she's gonna actually get the push that they been kind of building up for her. But yeah, we got I'll just tell you guys what happened in the last bit. Aminata with a German suplex to May, Deeb with a German to Aminata, merry-go-round by Yuka to Deeb, springboard dive from the outside to by Yuka, magical girl splash by Yuka to Deeb, 1-2, Mariah May cracks Yuka with the belt, and the referee calls for a disqualification. Mariah May beats up Yuta with the belt before leaving. Mina Shirakawa says that she still misses Mariah May and she wants to celebrate. And she says, do you really want Mina? Does AEW really want Mina? Mina is coming. We see a Nigel McGuinness video package setting up the title encounter that they're going to have, the title match that they're going to have later on this year. And yeah, I like that matchup. That's going to be an interesting matchup for sure. Apparently they had wars in Ring of Honor, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup for sure. John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli, and with Marina Shafir, destroy Private Party and Commander. They tried to like fight them. They Private Party rushed this new BCC, and they ended up getting beat up. They ended up getting beat up.
It was funny.
Darby comes and tries to save them, and he basically kind of shoos them off. And Darby says that he's beating Moxley next week, and then he's going to be walking into Wrestle Dream to take out Daniel Bryan for the title. Beast Mortus versus Ricochet. Fucking another guy who uses a spear for his finisher, but still looks pretty cool because he looks like a fucking minotaur. And he wrestles in this getup. It's still pretty cool to see. Let's see here. Headbutt by Mortus. Mortus looks for a monkey flip by Ricochet, dumps him on the floor. Ricochet looks for a somersault plancha, but he looks to overshoots it, lands on his feet, and getting shoved to the guardrail. Mortus looks to another powerbomb. Ricochet counters to a code red on the floor. Springboard 450 splash by Ricochet, only to get 2. Mortus meets Ricochet on the top of the rope, delivers avalanche gorilla press. Tries to cover, does not get it. Ricochet counters with an inverted arm fireman's carry into a crucifix bomb, and looks for an axe kick. Vertigo by Ricochet, and wins the matchup. After that matchup, we see Tony Schiavone talk to Hangman Page. I got to see this. So Hangman Page is on this weird crusade to take out anyone who helped Swerve Strickland, and he's basically going for everyone. And he started to pick on Tony Schiavone, and here he comes out, Jeff Jarrett, to help out Tony Schiavone from getting beat up by fucking the Hangman. You see them go at it for a little bit. Security comes out. Jay Lethal comes out with Sanam Singh. They get him pulled apart, and most likely we're gonna be seeing those guys have a matchup a little bit later on this week or next week. We have a segment with Ricochet and Will Ospreay, and Will Ospreay and Ricochet will be going for the International Championship on in 2 weeks at Dynamite, or at Grand Slam, I should say. Oh, is it Grand Slam or is that the anniversary?
I think it's the anniversary.
Okay, so that's completely different. Oh, it's the same thing?
I don't know. I just said both.
Hell yeah. The final match of the night is the Elite, Okada and the Young Bucks versus the Don Callis family, which was Osprey, Fletcher, and Takeshita. This was a pretty fucking cool match. I liked it. I'll just tell you what happened at the end here. Outside in a facebuster by Nicholas on Osprey and a moonsault off the apron to Takeshita. Bucks want to take the TK driver, but Fletcher gets free, plants Matthew with the twisting tombstone. Nicholas breaks up the pin. Fletcher catches a super kick. Osprey comes out of nowhere with the hidden blade. Fidget spinner on Matthew. 1, 2, 3. Don Callis family win. There was a moment there where Takeshita and Will Ospreay was trying to give a handshake to Takeshita, and he ended up Takeshita ended up just pushing Will Ospreay away. So he still feels like he's being overshadowed, and we're gonna see that matchup hopefully soon too. Let's see. Yeah, that's basically it, and that's how it basically ended. Yeah. Any thoughts on this week, guys?
Just know that RIP to Rampage. I guess heard they're canceling it.
Oh yeah, they might be canceling Rampage soon. And rumors are that Fox might be still in the wrestling business, and they might be getting an AEW show on Fox soon. But we shall see.
I heard that too.
But
and the other one's going to Raw. I mean, not Raw. They're going to Max.
Yeah, that they might be going to Max, and they're going to be it's basically the same thing almost the same thing that Netflix and WWE are doing. They're going to have their whole catalog on top of Ring of Honor catalog, apparently. So that should be a pretty cool deal.
Also, I guess I heard the Raw is going down to 2 hours while still on USA, but then going back to 3 when it comes to Netflix.
Yeah, I heard something like that.
That's wild. I'm not looking forward to that either.
And then SmackDown's gonna be 3 hours too, right?
SmackDown is 3 hours in the USA now. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Too much.
We shall see.
SmackDown.
Let's hope that they use the time wisely. Specifically in Netflix, now that they have more of, I want to say, liberty creatively to do things. So maybe they'll use their time wisely for that. I'm really looking forward to seeing the Wyatt family, or the Wyatt Six, do crazy shit over there in Netflix too. But time will tell. Let's go on to our main event of the evening, and which is stop doing that. Wrestlers we'd like to see in the WWE. Now, there's a lot of talent out there. AEW has amazing talent. NWA, believe it or not, has amazing talent. And TNA, now that people are starting to see TNA, people go over, they're starting to see who Moose is, how Nick Nemeth is open to going and doing things over there in NXT too, apparently. So crazy stuff like that. But there's some people out there who have sworn to never go to WWE. Now, we're not talking about those people in particular, but I do have some on my list. But I'll go ahead and get this list started. And my person is Jeff Cobb. Now, Jeff Cobb, he's another type of, I'm not sure if he's Samoan or Hawaiian, but he's one of those. And he's a big guy. He was in he's wrestled in TNA. He's wrestled in Lucha Underground. He does this awesome finisher where he spins around and slams you down. But yeah, he's been doing big things in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they offered him a contract, and he ended up turning them down to stick with New Japan Pro Wrestling. And the theme, the overarching theme for the people who are not signing with WWE is that they feel like they're not the end all be all, and they feel like they can become stars somewhere else. That they feel like they don't need WWE for that. But yeah, Jeff Cobb is my first entry for this. Who would like to go next?
You can go, Warren.
Okay. I'm going to choose someone who's better than you, and you know it,
Nice.
and that is MJF. I know he went all in for AEW with his tattoo recently, and there was rumors that he might sign to WWE. I think, like, for my choice, I'm like, for me, I always think like, who would they feud with first? And I think MJF would be able to do a great feud with Cody, obviously, right off
Yeah.
the back. I would love to see MJF do Mike Skills against LA Knight. I think his style would be great. It would fit in wrestling. It'd be nice, a heel that we're not really used to seeing in WWE too much. Like, there are some, but like they don't go that far. I think MJF would. I know why he doesn't join WWE, because like he feels he wouldn't be able to push it as much as he does in AEW.
Yeah.
But
No, that's a good one right there. I eventually will see MJF in WWE. That's an eventually. I don't think I don't think he's never going to be there. It's an eventually. Like he's destined to be WWE champion. Like you can see.
Yeah.
I would really like to see him go up against some people in like TNA has Nick Nemeth. I'd love to see Nick Nemeth versus MJF. That's one matchup that I think would be pretty fucking cool. A lot of people don't. I'm not sure where well, what's his name again? Not Zack Ryder, Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler never got the like love that people really should have given him. He has great in-ring presence, great fucking mic skills.
Great seller
on top of that. So yeah, I think that would have been an awesome matchup, and eventually we'll probably see it.
And we could finally get the third match between MJF and CM Punk.
And we can finally get the third match for CM Punk and MJF. Damn, that'd be pretty cool. And this time in WWE and see crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think that it'd be a totally different MJF in WWE. Maybe a little like tamer, because he does go pretty hard over here in AEW.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go on, and Josh, who's your pick for this round?
Well, before I go, I also want to say that there's an interview where he acknowledged Roman Reigns as his tribal chief.
Oh my god!
MJF, yeah, he's like Roman Reigns.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Was he feuding with Cody at the time? Roman Reigns was this?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. So for me, my first one, I would like to go with, I would say from AEW would be Ricky Stark.
Nice.
Because he could be big in NXT for sure. Big in NXT.
I think this. I'm sorry. Go continue.
I like his character, the way he is and everything. So he kind of reminded me of, not to be mean, but like Edge said, like The Rock from Wish. We saw that interview that when they were going back.
I remember seeing that.
That was good.
Yeah, but he does have good wrestling matches. Just I don't like the way he's being used at AEW, and I think WWE could develop him better and he'll become a champion there.
I feel like AEW absolutely dropped the ball with Ricky Starks. I think they had to give him like a good storyline to come back, and they never really could think of one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he's been in the back end. And I feel like eventually he was going to go to WWE, but he was trying to make things work here in AEW. Like I feel like he felt like he was getting that push to that championship status, main championship status, but then it just stopped. Yeah, I agree with you. If he does go to eventually, because I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, because didn't he beat CM Punk in a match in AEW, or was that Danny Garcia?
I want to say, I don't remember. I don't know.
I think it was on Collision when it happened before the whole firing of CM Punk.
You know, it's possible. I think there were yeah, you're right. You're right. Because it was supposed to be Ricky Starks versus CM Punk, and then that's when they brought in Daniel Bryan once they fired CM Punk. I remember that storyline now. I don't remember if he lost to or yeah, if CM Punk lost to Ricky Starks, but that kind of sounds familiar. But I agree. I feel like it's definitely going to happen sooner than later because of what's happening now. He's not in storylines. There's a lot of rumors that he's been backstage at events, at PLEs. He's been at the performance center and shit. So it's like, yeah,
he was at WrestleMania when Cody won the belt.
Yeah, the writing's on the wall. Just like fucking Lucha Brothers. Lucha Brothers officially are in WWE now. So yeah, they could take those names at the list there. But yeah, man, definitely a good entry. Anything you guys want to add before we move on?
No,
Hell yeah. My next pick for this round is I'll go ahead and pick El Hijo del Vaquino. Now, El Hijo del Vaquino is a AAA wrestler. He's been going hard out here in the Indies. He wrestled for GCW. He went to House of Glory in Atlanta. He and of course we saw him do crazy shit in AEW too. I feel like he would be a mega star in WWE. I feel like WWE's like in the search for the next big hit for the Mexican market or the Latin American market. This guy would be it. I feel like he was getting that push out here. People were talking about him more, but because he's not in the WWE, he didn't get propelled, you know? If this happened like in NXT, if he showed up in NXT, fucking load up. I think the matches would be amazing. I'd love to see Wesley versus
that's one of them.
Del Vaquino. I'd love to see if he ever got to the main roster, Aja Dragunov, fucking main event Jey Uso versus Vaquino.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Yeah, dude, I think he'd honestly be like a megastar. He'd be the next big thing in Latin American market. But yeah, that's my choice for this round. Let's go ahead and go with Warren. Who is your next person?
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna stick with CM Punk a little bit for this one, but imagine CM Punk wins the title championship, and as soon as he does, we hear oh
my
and Jungle
God.
Boy Skate Boy Jack Perry shows up. I know he has no interest in WWE, and that he's clearly all AEW right now, especially with his current time work or character, and I think it works great for AEW. And yeah, we're not gonna see Jack Perry in WWE if any time for a long time, but just imagine that moment of him coming to WWE and feuding right away with CM Punk, and honestly being a little Punk of his own for the rest of the locker room as well.
That would be fucking amazing. I think that matchup eventually will happen. I feel
it needs
like
years to happen.
yeah, definitely it'll take time because that is a blood feud. But I feel like in time, Jack Perry will definitely be in the WWE. And if CM Punk is still around, WD they're gonna make them work together. Like they made fucking Seth Rollins and CM Punk work together pretty soon. Sorta. But yeah, I feel like that's the difference in WWE, where they kind of force each other to work with each other. And that's something that kind of carried over from the Vince era. Because he was the one that made people work together when they were beefing with each other. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. Who else would you see Jack Perry be a good matchup against?
Feel like body shape wise, like Ivanov, Drago Ivanov. Wait,
Yeah,
is that his
Dragunov.
name? Yeah,
Yeah,
Dragonov. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
that'd
can
be
see
pretty sick.
that being a match. Just the whole Intercontinental or the USA Championship rosters. Anyone in there could be a good one. Um,
Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom.
Yeah, no, honestly, Dirty Dom. It
Damn.
would be who's worse.
I love
Yeah.
that matchup. Now that's a matchup right there. Dirty Dom
Yeah.
versus fucking Jack Perry. Hell yeah. Anything else you guys would like to add before we move on to Josh's pick?
I would say I could see Jack Perry trying to bring back the Cruiserweight Championship.
Dope. Definitely.
Dirty Dom.
Yeah.
Yep, Dirty Dom.
Wait a minute. Isn't the Cruiserweight Championship in NXT?
I'm not even sure.
I could have
I
sworn.
don't remember. I don't think it
Damn.
is. Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
know they had a cruiserweight tournament, but that never happened.
that's wild.
Mm.
All right. All right, Josh, who is the next person on your list?
For me, it would be a woman from TNA. She already showed up to WWE, but her contract is almost done in January, so I'm feeling sure she's gonna sign with WWE, which is Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
And I can see her already in the main event instead of going to NXT.
And the main shows. No, for sure. I can see that too. I feel like most likely they're gonna put her in NXT right off the bat, have her win the
Yeah.
title. She's definitely on the radar. Like the fact that they brought her twice to the Royal Rumbles. They had her go up for the championship already with Roxanne. Definitely can see her being the women's champion, the world's champion in Raw or SmackDown. The crazy stuff is that they had her win the main championship in TNA, and she's wrestled guys. That's the thing I fucking love about TNAs is that they when they see that there's potential in the female wrestler that she can go and keep up with the guys, they push her and they eventually make her the person, the main champion of the organization. I can honestly see that in WWE, but I understand why they don't do that. There's a bigger eye.
Wasn't someone recently just saying how they want to do intergender matches?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lita.
I forgot who was it. Lita, yeah, she lost to WWE.
Oh, was it Lita? Yeah, I think it was like Lita as well. Yeah.
Lita wants to fucking bring it.
Someone was just mentioning it like literally like last week. I was like, yeah.
And I feel like because TNA, they're working with WWE, hopefully that influence rubs off and it can be done right. Because I think that's one of the other things is that it's definitely done wrong in different areas, definitely for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But the main reason why they don't do it is because they'll have the Bible Belt just knocking down their doors because they're promoting what is it, domestic violence is what they'll always say. Bullshit, but who knows? People are influenced in different ways, so we can't really say.
They just want their domestic violence off screen. All right.
Yes, exactly. Behind closed doors. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, like I said, TNA rubs off and we'll start to get intergender matches. And I can honestly see the WWE champion, Rhea Ripley, in the future. Because if anyone deserves that push, it would be her, who can actually
maybe
keep
Bianca.
up.
I can see Bianca.
And Bianca, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fucking agree. Bianca can keep up as well. Time will tell. Anything else you wanted to add about Jordan Grace?
Just the matches she could have, like Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, I do.
Rhea Ripley, Jay Cargo,
Chelsea Green.
Chelsea fucking Green. Hell yeah, dude.
So I forgot to bring up Chelsea's segment on SmackDown. It
Oh,
was
go ahead.
so good.
Go ahead.
It was, she was like making fun of Meechin and like, oh, I guess they're having a dumpster match in 2 weeks. Michael Cole got really excited for this one.
Nice.
But like during her whole sketch, she was like being disgusted by the garbage she was being around, and apparently I think she got bit by a raccoon, not on in real life, but like for the skit while she was like making fun of the dumpster stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess so. Her and Meechin's gonna have a dumpster match in 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah, because I heard rumors they were bringing that back, the dumpster match.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Dumpster match. Interesting. It'll be kind of like a casket match. You'd gotta like close the lid on the person,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Let's move on to, I guess it would be my choice again. This will be the final turn around this turn, and I am conflicted because I have a couple of good names on here. But I'll go with Tetsuya Naito. Tetsuya Naito is the current and New Japan Pro Wrestling champion. He's been fucking there forever. Started in AAA. Became a champion out there. Joined Los Ingobernables there, and then once he got signed to New Japan, he brought his own stable of the New Japan, not New Japan, of Los Ingobernables of Japón, and started his own stable there, his own chapter of the Los Ingobernables. I love that he's still had that. He's had that stable since he's been there, and it's awesome to see that it's still with the OG leader. Has had amazing matches with Moxley. Has had amazing matches in TNA as well when they've done collaborations with them. I can honestly see him go up against fucking anyone in the WWE and have awesome matches. In particular, Gunther versus Tetsuya Naito would be an amazing match. They both are strong style type of wrestlers, and they just would go. Fucking Cody would be an amazing match with Tetsuya Naito, and I can honestly see. I must say a hard take, and I know that he's gotten better, but Roman Reigns has good matches because of the people who he has matches with.
Mhm.
I don't
I agree.
necessarily see him as like a person that could like put on great matches if you would put him up against like a young or up a cover, you know?
I mean, can't you do the same thing with John Cena as well?
Absolutely. To this
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say Roman Reigns would be an interesting one with him.
I was gonna say Jacob Fatu.
Jacob
Yeah,
Fatu
Jacob
would
Fatu.
be an amazing fucking Tetsuya Naito matchup, definitely. But yeah, that's my pick right there. He is another New Japan wrestler who is sworn off ever going to the WWE because he believes that he doesn't need the WWE to make it. Let's go ahead and go on to Warren. Who is your next and final pick?
My next pick is a pick of whose style they say wouldn't work in WWE, which I totally disagree. I think it would, especially nowadays, it would fit perfectly well, and that's Orange Cassidy. I think you put him in a good feud with the Miz or even R-Truth, you'd have great segments in comedy for months to come. Hell, you could even put him against you'd want to do this more later near the end of the stable, but him against the Wyatt Sick, just not caring about their spookiness, I think would work as well.
Absolutely.
But that again, that'd be near the end when you want to sort of end the stable. Because if you do it now, you just ruin their whole momentum.
No, 100%.
Yeah, like easily him and LA Knight, I feel would make a good team a little bit.
That would be interesting. I was actually
it'd be
thinking
very
because you said our truth. That would be a fucking great team.
Yeah. Like, would he be like? I mean, I say, could you see him with like Roman or the other guys? I'm like, I don't know. I could if you do the right story. Like, you can put anyone in the main event if you have the right story. I fully believe.
100%.
Yeah. So like, I feel like it's endless. Like, there's so many matches. He could go in. He can either go on SmackDown, Raw. You can even bring him up through NXT. Though I think he doesn't need to go through the NXT. He can just go straight to Raw and SmackDown.
No, he's definitely a main card guy.
Yeah. But at the same time, I see him
yeah.
working in NXT too as well. Like, just help bringing those up, like just starting up there. Like, maybe not long in NXT, but just being there for a little bit, just get some good matches with people who are in NXT, then bring him up to Raw or SmackDown.
No, definitely. What did you want to add, Josh?
I was just, I could see him like face if he's in the main roster, like Drew McIntyre. They'll have a crazy match.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That'd be a good match.
A what match?
Oh no, I was just saying it'll be a good match between both of them.
Oh, okay. I thought you said like he was there's a raisin for them. Like, what? What's that?
I could see him versus him. I could see him. I could see Orange versus Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah.
I honestly.
Oh,
what's up?
You go first.
Orange Cassidy is one of those rare people who can be put up against anyone and put on a good fucking show. He has good selling ability, he has good fucking wrestling ability, and he doesn't need mic skills because he fucking that's his character. So it's wild. It's a wild character. Go ahead.
I think a person who I think could really have a good feud with is Gunther.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Like, Gunther would not respect him at first at all.
No,
he would
Gunther
hate him
would
with passion.
fucking hate him. Dude, yes. No, that's a
Make
good
fun
matchup.
of him.
Yes.
Make fun of him. Why you have your hands in your pockets? You don't know how to fight.
Yeah. No, that's a good matchup. That's another guy who is an eventually. I unless they say that they will never or sworn off like these other guys have, definitely this is an eventually. We'll see when that happens. And will he have the main title is the question. Will he ever get the main title? Who knows? Because not even in AEW they've given him like the mid cards, but they still haven't pulled the trigger on the main one. And I feel like he has a better chance in AEW right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and move on unless you guys want to add anything else. Cool. All right, Josh, go ahead and finish it up for us. Who is your final pick?
My final pick is gonna be Taz's son, Hook.
Damn. This is another one where it's like, oh, there's rumors that he's about to like jump ship. He hasn't re-signed with AEW. And yeah, rumors are swirling. We might be seeing Hook in the WWE. And if that happens, ooh, man.
Can you imagine him making his debut either at the Royal Rumble or at Madison Square Garden?
It will blow the fuck up. In New York, they have to do it in New York, man.
Well, I mean, just like how Taz got introduced in WWE was at the Royal Rumble at Madison Square Garden.
Dope. That would be cool. I feel like it would be pretty cool. Most likely he'll have to be in the NXT. That's like exactly where I see him. Doing crazy feuds. His wrestling ability is getting better. His mic skills has gotten better too. He's always had that presence for sure, and that's why he's like he's gotten a lot of attention. He has potential for sure, and I feel like NXT would be perfect for him. I was about to say Ethan Page. Yeah, we already saw Ethan Page against him.
He's already
we already saw it. But yeah, the other guys that are there, Wesley versus fucking that dude. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Who do you see him going up against?
In NXT, I could see him face against the North American champion and throwing him.
Oh shit. dethrone
Just put
him
a-
too.
Just to put a statement right there.
Interesting.
Mhm.
I don't
Like
see
his
Hook.
face off.
I don't see Hook beating him though, because that guy that they've created, it feels like
Mhm.
a fucking Brock Lesnar character. He's unbeatable. Go ahead.
Unless you make it format like a David versus Goliath type thing.
Yeah.
Maybe. Interesting.
I can also see him going against William Regal's son.
Yeah, that'd be a good matchup. Fuck yeah, that'd be a good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Anything you guys want to add about Hook before we end it today?
No, that's pretty much it. Like one more thing actually is like if he goes to the main roster, his first feud should be against Chad.
Against who?
Chad Gable.
Okay, I'm
Oh
like Chad
shit.
Gable or
Yeah. Just
Chad
like
Gable.
just
That'd
like
be
his
a good
dad
one.
beat Kurt
Yeah.
Angle.
No, yeah, that'd be a good callback.
at the Royal Rumble.
Rumble.
At the Royal
An
Rumble.
opening match.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, good submissions, guys. Definitely an awesome day of recording. I want to thank Warren. I want to thank Josh. Warren, where can they find you?
I'm on Twitch, TikTok, Insta, and the fourth YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Under Two Stoned, TU_STEUND.
Hell yeah. And Josh, where can they find you on the socials?
On Instagram at Sith_Josh_818.
Hell yeah. And be sure to follow all these social tags up here. NSI Rick, Not So Intellectual Podcast, and the Lucha Critics. We'll be back next week. And till then, be good to yourself and others. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Bye. All right. Good job, guys. Let's look at the list here. And I would love to try to do a spotlight. I really like the idea that you gave us, Warren, last week. Question is, who would we do a spotlight on? Who would give us the most? I honestly feel like Shawn Michaels might be a good one to start with. There's a lot of history with him. A good thing we can do is pick out rivalries that we liked that he's done. We can even do talk about some of the best moments that he's done, like in WrestleMania or just like in general. Anything you guys want to talk about Shawn Michaels, go ahead and bring to the table. And then before we record next week, we'll just see where everyone's at, and then we'll go from there.
All right, yeah.
Sound good?
So we at least try it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's try it out. Awesome. So Shawn Michaels will be our spotlight next week. And yeah, same time. Is that okay if we could do it around the same time?
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. No, Bad Blood's not till 2 weeks. So yeah.
Dope. Oh, thanks for keeping me up on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we shall see you guys next week. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Later,
Good
guys.
night. Bye.
Bye.
Night.
All right. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in on the socials, on TikTok, not TikTok. I still need to set up TikTok, on Instagram, Twitch, Kick, and YouTube is what I'm trying to say. We'll be back next week. Our next episode. Let me think. Who's coming up next? Yeah, it would be this episode here. I'll be trying to get more interviews coming up soon. I think we're going to have Lisa, and I'm going to see if Nabil's around so we can chat up with him and catch up with them. But until then, be good to yourself and others. Bye-bye. Bye.
The second half of Pearl. I only saw the first half of Pearl.
Oh.
So I want to finish that first, which I'm going to do this Monday, Tuesday. And Wednesday I'm going to watch